As you may be aware, Thailand has undergone significant reforms in recent days. We have had a change of government and are anticipating elections coming soon. As part of this project, Thailand has entered into a updating phase where they'll spend approximately 10 years or so trying to modernize significant areas of the society. The areas of society include social interaction, laws, infrastructure, etc. And one of the specific things that we have to fix or to update will be the Thai taxation system. So they plan on modernizing the entire system and bringing into law and also into enforcement several international standards and practices. As part of this, we would like to just give you an idea of a couple of recent developments. So first one would be actually implementation of transfer pricing rules. Thailand has operated over several years with different transfer pricing rules that were not formalized. Now we have an actual formalized transfer pricing law. Contemporaneous documentation must be maintained. There's a certification that needs to be declared when preparing the tax return on an annual basis, etc. So this is actually quite a welcome development because historically there's been a bit of uncertainty as to how the rules should be applied. So this clarity will be very helpful for international transactions and especially relationships with supply chain counterparts and affiliates outside of Thailand. A second update is that we have recently had legislation regarding the taxation of digital assets, which includes cryptocurrencies and the like. This is also a welcome development given the uncertainties around this area and that it's a brand new area. Thailand has tended to follow most jurisdictions in the taxation of digital assets, and currencies traded in Thailand will be subject to taxation under these new rules. So that gives some clarity on those people who are investing in Bitcoin and other types of assets and trying to trade them through Thailand. And then the third item I'd like to talk to you about is the recent passage of e-commerce legislation or draft of e-commerce legislation. As many of you may be aware or may not be aware, there's an international program under the OECD where we're trying to modernize taxation across the board throughout the globe. And as part of that, e-commerce was identified as being specifically an area that needed to be addressed. Thailand proposed some taxation rules for e-commerce last year. I'm not entirely sure if they have been finalized. I don't believe they have. Last I recall, they went through public comment period, and then the legislation was being modified and or reviewed. I would say that the updating of the tax system has been a bit piecemeal over the last few years, and they've been really trying to put together what they could. But we anticipate that this will pick up a pace once the elections happen. But we fully anticipate after that that the legislative process around this area will pick up quite a bit. So there should be some significant developments in taxation over the next 12 to 18 months. So we hope you will be able to keep up with those, and we'll try our best to update you whenever we can on those items.